yeah, this is it. This is the big day. It's been 6 months that I've been sort of going through this whole process, and, the day is here. I'd be lying if I said there wasn't a part of me saying, maybe I'm making a mistake. But I don't think I am. I think I've been through enough trial and error with different diet plans that this plan probably is built well for me.
Well, that was David the morning of his surgery. He's here to tell us about his course of action to stay healthy. And in a few, we're going to chit-chat with David's doctor and one of the leading weight loss surgeons in the Midwest, Dr. Gerald Cahill. But first, David, you said you have done it all, and you finally decided to do the gastric bypass surgery.
Yeah, I did. I finally decided that it was time. I've tried so many different kinds of diets. I've, yo-yo dieted. I lost 80 pounds. I've gained it all back. I've done it over and over again. So I just decided. I was driving down the highway one day, and I saw Dr. Cahill's billboard. Yeah. And thought, I don't know, I'll give him a shot.
Right. And it's called. It wasn't actually the gastric. It's called the sleeve. How's that different than the gastric?
It's a gastric sleeve, vertical sleeve gastrectomy. And it's a little different. I mean, the gastric bypass is something where they literally rewire your intestines, where the vertical sleeve is they literally remove part of your stomach. From your body, making your stomach much, much smaller and restricting how much you can eat.
Would you say that was the biggest decision you've made in your life to really tackle your up and down with the weight?
Yeah, I do, because it's always been one of those things that's kind of been in the back of my head, like, this is a problem, I got to get this fixed. And so now, a lot of family history and diabetes, all that sort of stuff, and I wanted to sort of nip it in the bud before I got to that point.
What did you do to prepare? Because you just didn't see the billboard and say, okay, I'd like to go in and sign up.
No, so I saw the billboard. I did a lot of research. I researched doctors. I researched the best surgeries, the best options for me. And then it's like a 6-month thing. So when I went in and actually met with the doctor, it was 6 months from that point before I actually had the surgery. Wow. There's a lot of things, because this is a surgery. A lot of people don't know that insurance will cover this if you meet the requirements. And so there are a lot of hoops to jump through, but they also want to make sure that you're mentally ready for something like this. So you talk to a psychologist. There's a lot of steps here to make sure that you know what you're doing before you do this, because it's a huge step.
Okay, so you had the surgery December 14th.
Correct, so it's a month.
How much have you lost today?
36 pounds in a month, yeah.
Wow. How much do you want to lose in total?
I would be happy if I got down to about 200 pounds, which would make it around 130-pound loss altogether. So, yeah.
Okay. Yeah. All right. Well, Ryan is over there with the doctor right now in the audience with Dr. Cahill. Ryan?
Yeah, clearly those billboard advertisements are working, Doc, for one. Now, you've done thousands of these.
Correct.
Now, this procedure is completely safe. I mean, I know that it's come a long way as far as technology goes, because 10 years ago, people were dying doing things like this, right?
Yes, absolutely. I mean, weight loss surgery today is very, very safe. We've done now in excess of almost 3,500 patients with very little mortality. I think the surgeons that have performed many, many cases, the chances of mortality is very, very low.
And there's so many different options now. We've heard of the lap band, we've heard of the gastric bypass. The procedure that David had was different. What goes in, what's the best? Why are there all these different procedures?
Well, I think each operation needs to be tailored to the patient. Like in David's case, David was somebody who came in to see us, motivated by his father, who was diabetic, David gave his own kidney to his father. And David really wanted to improve his chances of not becoming diabetic. Now, David wasn't diabetic, and with a discussion with him, we felt that the sleeve, basically what you do with the sleeve is you take out about 80% of the stomach. You change the stomach from a football shape into like a tube like a banana, but actually thinner than a banana, sleeve like a shirt. And so Dave this was tailor-made for him, because it's going to get him to a weight where he can hopefully eliminate all those kind of medical problems that his father had.
So he said he's lost more than 30 pounds so far. How skinny is David going to get?
My expectation for David is he's going to go under 200 pounds.
Nice. That sounds pretty good, huh, Davey?
Wow. Thank you, Ryan. So what's a typical meal like for you now?
Well, right now I'm on liquids still, so I got another couple weeks of liquids left, and then after that, it's eating healthy. So it's lean proteins, you know, and it's small amounts because I can only fit 3 ounces of food in my stomach at a time. So every ounce of food that I eat has to really count nutrition-wise.
And do you feel full quickly?
Yeah,
you really do.
Definitely. Right now, I mean, I'm just on protein shakes and stuff right now, but I definitely do fill up quick, and you know, the key I think is a lot of protein. So.
Under 200 pounds, we may have another Windy City Live baby.
No, what?
I'm just saying, he's gonna be hot and sexy. His wife's gonna not want to keep her hands off of him.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, make sure you head to our website for more on Dr. Cahill, and then tune in because we're gonna keep you updated on David's weight loss journey because you're on set to do like another 100 pounds or so.
Yeah, and Ryan and I are gonna start a boy band. It's gonna be amazing.
I think he's getting jealous. That's why he asked how skinny you're gonna be. We'll be right back. He doesn't want you to upset.